Now, this is a rule we have. It's a policy to help your home sell more quickly. If after 15 showings or 30 days we don't have an offer, our experience shows that it usually indicates the price of the home is too high. At that time, we like to do an analysis of the price of your home, and it is probable we will recommend a price adjustment. That's just the market telling us the home's overpriced, and you need to be flexible to it. You need to let go of the fantasy of, oh, we're just looking for the right buyer. No, the right buyer would have shown up if the price was correct. 15 showings or 30 days. Keep that in mind. So what can you expect when you list with me? So when we just list, we're going to sign listing paperwork, schedule staging if it's applicable to your home. You need to clean sweep your home. Go ahead and, clean the house, clean the carpets, windows, and we need to determine the list price. We need to open escrow. We call the escrow officer, title company, run those title checks, and get the preliminary report. The home needs to be picture perfect. We've cleaned the home and the staging is completed. We're going to have professional photography and video, and we'll upload the video, of course, to YouTube, and those pictures will be on all the websites, including the MLS, Zillow, Homes.com. You need to hand over a spare key to put into a key box, and we're going to put up a for sale sign. You need to approve the photos that were taken and any other marketing materials, and we have had you fill out seller property condition disclosure information. That's where you talk about any problems that you had in the home or any updates or upgrades. Now, when we go live, when we put your home on the market, that lockbox is up with a spare key to the home for agents, including myself or other agents, to show the home to buyers. That professional sign's been installed. It's going to be published to utahrealestate.com. That's called the Multiple Listing Service, which syndicates to hundreds of websites such as Zillow, Trulia, Homes.com, and we also post on Facebook and Craigslist. We publish that video of your home on YouTube, TikTok, and other social media. I'll tell you this is a cool little stat I have at the bottom. Less than 10% of the agents will post outside the MLS, and we do that because it works. You'll get showing appointments where you approve or deny people coming into your home. That way you can plan accordingly. People will leave feedback for showings. Sometimes they don't, even when we ask them, they just don't. They're not interested, and we just have to take it as is. But if we get feedback, we might want to make adjustments. Maybe people complain about the placement of a couch because they stubbed their toe, or they think the home smells, or they think it's too expensive. Already they're complaining about price. We're going to want to make adjustments. When we receive offers, and trust me, we're going to send those offers to you, and you must read the offers. We'll go over those offers with you, review them. We'll talk to other agents or lenders to discuss details, negotiate it based on the conversation you and I have. And the buyers should be fully pre-approved and majority of their underwriting completed. If they're not pre-approved for a loan, you really do not need to accept their offer. These people need to not be looky-loos. They need to be serious buyers. So once we have accepted an offer, we being you, the seller, and then I'm just representing you, those contracts are fully executed. They're agreed between the buyer and the seller. If there's any rent back options, we've discussed it, or any other details. Not every transaction is clean, easy, and hunky-dory. Everyone has personal uniqueness that needs to be discussed. We, of course, open that title and escrow on the buyer's side because we've already opened it for the sellers, but the buyers are going to need to do that. And then there's earnest money. Earnest money is like a small deposit showing that the buyers are serious, and if they try to default outside the terms of the contract, you would get that earnest money as basically damages. If they pulled something, like their financing fell through or they did not close, then you can potentially get that earnest money as damages. The buyer will schedule inspections and pay for them. They're probably going to request for repairs or some sort of credit, and there'll be a home inspection report. They may or may not share that with us. I always suggest giving buyers a credit, meaning like we pay them money or you deduct the price, because the problem is if you do the repairs in their home, they still can come back and complain it wasn't done to their liking or to their expectation. And honestly, you're done with the home. Just compensate them and they can figure out the problem. It makes everyone's life on the seller side easier. So of course that's negotiating these repairs. That's where I'm talking about giving them credits. Now some of the things I look for in a home inspection is really like health and safety concerns: leaks, insects, radon, mold, meth damage, and structural issues. To me, this is stuff that if it is a problem, we've already talked about it. But if it does come up because we were not aware of it, like mold or radon, if that comes up in a test, you are going to have to adjust to it. We want people to be safe in your home you sell. And And that's something that really, especially if it's a safety or health concern, you need to adjust to it. You don't want people just moving in and then getting sick or getting hurt, because they can sue you, or you don't want on your conscience that you hurt somebody. It's really important. This is the biggest thing that you will need to negotiate with a buyer, and I will push this as well and advocate even for the buyer's safety and health. Now, of course, during this time, the buyer secured a loan. If they aren't a cash buyer, of course, there's been an appraisal by the lender, then they pay for it. You're not paying for the appraisal. The buyer removes any contingencies that have been discussed earlier on the contract. And again, every transaction is unique, so this is kind of general. The loan documents have been ordered, and then we get to closing. Both buyer and seller will sign closing documents. The professional sign and key box are going to be removed. The loan will get funded and recorded. At this point, the sellers are moving out, the buyers are moving in. You're going to want to make sure you leave all your keys, that garage door opener, and the codes are left in that kitchen drawer, if you remember from earlier in our presentation. And we do ask that when we sell your home, that you record a video testimonial with us, that we're going to upload that 5-star review to our YouTube channel and other social media. We want people to know that we did a good job for you, and it does help our business to grow.